Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, we're going to talk about whether we can use a sand filter on our hot tubs. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so one of the questions that I get asked quite often is, can I use a sand filter on my hot tub? Now, in terms of hot tub, in this case, I'm talking about our DIY built hot tubs. So these are the block built or the concrete poured. I'm not talking about a plastic shell hot tub. They will already have a filter system already plumbed in. So if you found this video and you're looking for information on a plastic shell hot tub, then unfortunately this one isn't for you. So this is for the DIYers and those that are looking to build their own hot tubs and they're in the planning stage, working out the plumbing and working out exactly what they're going to do in terms of filtration. Now, before I reveal some real gems on sand filters and hot tubs, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do 2 long form videos just like this every single week, a whole bunch of shorts, and everything on this channel focuses around DIY hot tubs, plunge pools, hot tub parts, and pretty much everything in between. Okay, so with that out the way, can I use a sand filter on a DIY hot tub? Well, the answer is yes and no, and it really depends how you're going to plumb in the whole system. So behind me is a sand filter. It's a typical layout. It's got a multi-port valve on the top. You can get those on the side as well. And they're really designed to filter large bodies of water. Now, the way that they work, it's quite simple. The water goes into the top, it passes through the sand, and then any particles get trapped in the sand, and then the water returns back to the hot tub or the pool. So when I said it really depends on how you're going to plumb these in, it really does. So if you're planning for a dual pump system, so that you're going to be using a separate circulation pump to a jet pump, then absolutely you can use a sand filter. The reason for this is sand filters, because they're traditionally used on swimming pools, they don't have really high flow rates, and a typical flow rate for a sand filter is maximum about 80 gallons per minute. Now, it's always important for us hot tub builders, the flow rates that we're going to get on the jets. If you've watched any of my other videos on things like the gunite bodies or the jets, you'll know that the jets that I recommend, the ones from Waterway, all need 10 gallons per minute per jet. Quick calculations, some of you have got there already, you will realise that with a maximum flow of 80 gallons per minute, that means we're going to have a maximum number of 8 jets. So if we have more than 8 jets, they're not going to get the flow that we need, and it's going to be a problem. So that's why I said right at the start of this video that it really depends how you're going to arrange your layout. If you've got a separate circulation pump, then that flow rate becomes much less important, and the circulation pump can put the water through that sand filter, through the heater, and then back through some hot water returns into the hot tub. It doesn't matter that there's only a maximum availability of 80 gallons per minute, for example. However, if you were looking to do a dual speed pump, so you have a low speed for circulation and a high speed for your jets, you're going to run into a problem if you've got any more than around 8 jets. And of course, you've got to remember that if you add lengths of pipe, every bend, twist, junction, fitting that you add, it all adds to that total dynamic head value, which decreases the amount of flow that's going to get to your jets eventually. So really, I just don't advise using a sand filter unless you're going to have a separate circulation pump. So what's the alternative? Well, the alternative is one of these. So this is a Waterway top loading cartridge filter. It's got a 2-inch inlet and outlet, and it's the filter that I use on pretty much all of my builds. It's a 50 square feet filter, and the great thing about this filter as well is it's got a bypass built into it. So even if you're using this on a dual speed pump, when that high speed kicks in, there's a flapper valve built into the filter, so it opens to allow more flow through, so it doesn't impact the flow rates onto your jets. So for me, I prefer cartridge filters. I don't think sand filters are really needed in DIY hot tubs. They're great for your swimming pools because they can deal with much larger volumes of water, and they arguably need less maintenance than a cartridge filter does. But for your hot tubs, I would stick with a cartridge filter. Stick with some cartridge filter cleaner and a jet wash every couple of weeks and you'll be just fine. And one last point, a cartridge filter, certainly the model that you can see behind me, is a fraction of the cost of a sand filter. Sand filters tend to be about 3 to 4 times, by the time you've bought the sand media as well, than a cartridge filter. So definitely something to think about when you're planning your filtration setups for your DIY hot tubs or plunge pools. Now, can I help you in any way with your build? If I can, please do get in touch. I can help with part supply, I can help with design. Always happy to hear from you. Hit me up in the comments, get in touch via buildahottub.com. As always, I appreciate the view. I hope you found this short video useful, and I will see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.